What are the best states to buy tax lien certificates in? Oh my gosh, there's over 20 different states out there that offer just the tax lien. The rest of them are all tax deeds. But let's talk about the best way to find the best state to find the best return for you and your family's financial future. There are several things when looking for an opportunity when it comes to tax lien certificates. Okay, in this video, we're going to cover redemptions and how that can affect things, and interest rates. So interest rates are interesting within this. First of all, everybody wants the high interest rate. That's not necessarily true. I can show you how a lower interest rate, well, low in the tax lien area, of 12% can outperform a 35% lien. That's right, I'm going to share that with you. One of the things that's key to learning this, and we'll cover in the video, is what makes a state good or what makes it, say, one you want to stay away from. I'm going to cover all of those in this video. Okay, let's look at the best place to invest in tax lien certificates. Now, I've kind of got a little saying on this. The best place to buy a tax lien certificate is one that has one available. Okay, so there's always better states out there. But one of the things that you need to do is actually just get a volume of stuff coming at you. So the first way to find the best place to invest in tax lien certificates is, don't go to all of them. Don't do what I did back in the beginning where I had lists coming from thousands of different counties around the United States. You don't need to do that. What I want you to start with is my 6 rule. Pick 6 states. Okay, so how would you pick the best states? It's simple. Okay, what I want you to do is pick a state where maybe the interest rate is higher, maybe the redemption period is lower. Here's a good one. They have a sale coming up. I wouldn't want to pick a state that just had a sale last month and is not going to have one for another year. So pick one that's coming up. Once you pick the 6 states, then I want you to find and just pick 3 counties. That's it. Just 3 counties in each one of the 6 states. So what that's going to do is give you 18 counties to start with. Okay, so, and it could be a state that you visited, you have family, you have relatives, high interest rate, redemption period. These are some of the ways that you're going to find those. Once you start getting the information back about when the sales are and what have you, now it's time to go to their website and start reading the rules. What is their redemption period? When is their sale? What do I have to do? This is key to get registered for the sale. Okay, now why is that key? Just fill out the registration. Well, are you buying the lien or is your LLC buying the lien or your company? And if your LLC, which you should be doing it that way, and I've got videos on that, if your LLC is buying the tax lien certificate, are you allowed to buy it at the sale? Or do you have to be signed up as a proxy bidder? Okay, do they need a 1099? If they do, they're going to need the tax ID number. The bidding process is one thing, but registering for a sale is completely different. If it's online, okay, who is conducting the online sale? I promise you it's not the county. Okay, very likely it's going to be a third party that goes in and contracts to the county to make that happen. So just because you're registered at the county doesn't mean you're registered at the company that actually conducts the sale. That's just getting registered. Okay, so those are the things that you need to be aware of. The next thing you're going to do when you find these counties is you're going to say, okay, so when's the sale coming up? When does the list get published? So typically, all counties have to publish the list of properties going up for sale for delinquent property taxes, or the liens going up for sale for delinquent property taxes is going to be about 4 weeks prior to the sale. So if you've got 15 or 16,000 liens on that, are you going to research 15 or 16,000 liens? No. What you want to do, and you want to write this down, is create a short list. So what I want you to do is figure out what it is that you're trying to accomplish here. Number 2, write this down. Single family residential properties. Now, if you know commercial real estate and you know land, which I've got other videos on, I love land, okay, go for it, God bless. But most of us all know what a single family residential property is. That could eliminate half the list right there. So you go from 16,000 to 8,000. Now I've got 8,000, I want to stick with single family residential properties. But just because there's a lien on the property doesn't mean somebody's going to redeem or there's value. Because remember, your value on this lien is not just the interest rate, It's the value of the underlying property. The county could have a lien on a property that's 10 feet wide and 100 yards long. So when the builder came in to do the subdivision in there, they subdivided out the property, and maybe there was a sidewalk that went out of the back of the cul-de-sac into another neighborhood. That got issued a parcel number, which got issued a tax lien. So you think you're buying a tax lien in a neighborhood with $500,000 properties, and all you got is a sidewalk. And trust me, the county's not going to let you put a toll gate up in front of that and charge people to go buy it. That is a worthless lien. So now that I've got it down to $8,000, I want to know what area of the county do I want to be investing in. A very simple solution to make this happen is really simple. Okay, just go to the demographics of the particular county and find out what is the average price of a home. So let's just for this video say the average price of Waka Waka County, wherever that is $300,000. What does that tell me? That tells me that if I'm looking at a lien on a property that's $500,000, I'm above an average home. If I'm looking at a lien that has a fair market value of $200,000, I'm below the average home. Now here's a little secret, okay? It's not the big properties that make you the big money. It's that gap between the average and below average. It's right in there. So if it's a $300,000 neighborhood or a county, that's the average price. I really like those like 150 to 250 type of deals because I've always got a market for that. I've got a market for that for rent. I've got a market for that for selling. That market never seems to go away. It's the higher end side that goes sideways. And I'll give you a perfect example of what we in the real estate industry call, the canary. Everybody knows what a canary in a coal mine is. When the canary dies, that means there's not enough oxygen for it and you're next. So what's the canary in the coal mine when it comes to real estate is going to be going down. It's the higher end properties. When they slow down, Rolex is a perfect example. A buddy of mine that sells Rolexes. Peter has been selling Rolexes. A shout out to Peter from Jewels in Time out in Boca. He's got a great little shop there. I was there about, right before the whole downturn in '08. And I said, how's business? And he goes, you would think that somebody turned the switch off. Literally, before everything kind of collapsed, about 6 months beforehand, he's selling watches like crazy. Then all of a sudden, boom, they stopped. To me, that told me something was coming. The same thing can be true with real estate. The higher end real estate is what slows down first because your market is small. I mean, think about this. If you were out there and you're brand new to the whole, you just graduated college and you're looking for a significant other and you say, I only want to find somebody that's 5'7", blonde and blue eyes, and she needs to have a master's degree, you just eliminated 98% of everybody, the potential is soulmate, so to speak. And it doesn't make any sense. So why would you do the same thing with real estate? I'm only going to deal with the high-end real estate. Well, now you've got a smaller pool. You can only sell to a certain amount of people. Stick in that gap down below, and you're going to be fine with that. Here's another thing. When picking a county in a state, I stay away from the major cities. Denver's a good example. Nice square state, Colorado. There's Denver almost smack dab in the middle of the state. So I wouldn't pick Denver County. Okay, you've got Arapahoe, Jefferson, Boulder. These are the adjacent counties around that. It's just weird. I think Chicago is an anomaly of that. I love going to their sale. But anytime you get into major cities, New York, Miami-Dade, horrible. Okay, you've got Los Angeles. The way the county makes it is so difficult. It's almost like, not interested in doing that. You got less competition in the outskirts. You got counties that are more approachable. All of these things that make things happen. So make sure you do the outlying areas. So if I'm, again, looking at Colorado, there's Denver, and I would pick the 3 surrounding counties around the major metropolitan area. Now, like I've always said, thumbs up, that means you like me. If you don't like me, just write it in the comment. I'm okay with that. Listen, you are what drives this particular channel. The more you give me, the more I'm going to give you. I see what you're saying out there. We're building this channel together so you can learn how to go out there and get financial freedom for you and your family through tax liens and tax deeds. Write the comments in there. I answer all of them. A very, very important thing to look at is what is the economy doing? Okay, now, when I say very important, I want to know which direction it's going. Now, if the economy is going down, that doesn't mean I'm going to stay away from it. it's going to affect and influence the type of properties. Here we are right back to that. I'm just talking about, I want to stick in these lower income properties because they're just a big amount of people that a larger amount of body of people I can sell those to. So if the economy is going down, people are still going to have to live there, but you're going to have to be extra careful when you're looking at values. Okay, anytime an economy is going the wrong direction of up, which is down, okay, I want to always keep my comparables tight. What that means is I don't want a comparable sale more than 45 or 60 days. I'm not going to go out and buy, oh, there's a house that sold down the street 6 months ago. That must be what mine's worth. Bull. It is not. You want to go 45 or 60 days at the most on that. So you want to keep it tight. I want to find out why the economy is going sideways, because in this new economy with all the telecommuting and staying at home and all that stuff, it's really interesting because there are certain markets that normally would have gotten hit hard that aren't, and other markets that didn't get hit hard that are, because people have the telecommuting and all the other stuff that they're doing, staying at home, online, doing all that stuff. It's really kind of cool. Here's another thing, is these surrounding counties out there, when you're finding these small enclaves, people are like, you know what, I like this lifestyle. Okay, there's one stop sign in a town with a local general store, and I can buy 5 acres here and raise my family. Every once in a while, you're going to find a nice little gem in that particular area also. So those are some tidbits out there on how to find the best county out there and protect yourself. In fact, I've got some incredible training, free training right now for you. Just go to higginsmethod.com, sign up for there. If you go to the training, I'll send you out my brand new book, Wealth Formula Revealed. That'll give you all the information you need on this, and we'll go from there. Just click on the link down below, and God bless, good luck, and be careful out there.